Phil, I first reported on issues with the Costilla County Sheriff's Office this time last year. Then the local DA threatened to stop taking cases from the Sheriff's Office because she didn't trust them. Since then, the sheriff was indicted and resigned, the undersheriff was indicted, deputies were indicted, leaving a new sheriff with limited options for public safety. Costilla County just declared an emergency for a sheriff's office staffing shortage and lack of funds to pay overtime for the deputies they do have. Is there a safety risk for the residents of Costilla County right now?
I don't feel there is. I feel the sheriff has been doing a great job. They are working an unsustainable amount of overtime, and it could take its toll eventually.
Costilla County Administrator Ben Dune just presented this emergency resolution to the county commissioners last week. The hope is to unlock money from the state to help cover overtime for the limited deputies on patrol. Earlier this year, the county and state set aside $180,000 in emergency funds to help pay deputies from other sheriff's offices to cover shifts. Only a portion of that money was spent, so the county is asking for the rest directly.
Thank you for the mutual aid help. That really is not helping our problem. Our problem right now is overtime because we don't have anybody coming in from other areas of the state to support us. And we need help with overtime. So can we reobligate those funds to help pay for overtime?
In the last 5 months, the sheriff's office has had almost 3,500 calls covered by the new sheriff and 3 deputies in a county that covers more than 1,200 square miles, roughly the size of Rhode Island, or a city the size of Denver 8 times.
Obviously, we have to prioritize with 3 people of what's the most criminal. I know that's probably the wrong word.
We know these guys have to work overtime, or there's not going to be any patrols out there.
As of this afternoon, State Emergency Management had not decided on that funding request. Costilla County also asked for help from the Department of Local Affairs, which is also reviewing a funding request. Besides overtime, for a period, Costilla County was double paying deputies. The few they had on staff and the few that were indicted and put on paid administrative leave for a while. There's also a lawsuit with a billionaire landowner over a fence he's built that the county is fighting in court. So all in all, really hard times for money in one of the poorest counties in all of Colorado.
Oh, they need the help, and they've got so much going on. We can't ignore that. And also, even if you get all the overtime, people are exhausted. They're not on their A game.
And that's one of the concerns that the county commissioners had and the county administrator had. They're also going to start triaging calls because only about 7%, 260 or so of the 3,500 calls were like high priority, shots fired, domestic violence in progress, things like that. Most of them were medium or low priority, or they were helping other agencies nearby. So at least from a stats standpoint, like they weren't overwhelmed with the worst of the worst calls.
Okay, well, we know you'll stay on this, Marshall. They really need some help figuring things out. Thank you.